Hello everyone and welcome back to my playthrough of The Outer Worlds. Last time we finished up everything that I believe, needed to do in Byzantium. Through the main quest we talked to Minister Clark, who basically said he's being held there by Rye Rockefeller, I guess one of the heads of Halcyon, if not the head. For a long time, for decades I believe he said. It was a luxurious house. I mean, not the worst place to be caught in for a couple of decades. So when we went to actually speak to Rockefeller, or check out Clark's office to send communication back to Earth, we found that Rockefeller is his name Rockefeller? I believe his name was Rockefeller. He's kind of gone a little bit loco. He knows that there's some kind of a food shortage coming about, where even all the salt tuna in the galaxy cannot save the colonies. So what he's planning on doing is he's creating what was it called, like the employment program, something like that. Basically it's going to put people into cryostasis for God knows how long, until the food shortage is corrected. Not the best way to take care of things. And on top of that, he's planning on destroying the colony that we came from, the Hope. So that was the main quest. We did Parvati's date on the side, her date with Junlei. Elisa's story about the insurance. We have to go back to Fallbrook. There was that There was that insurance place in Fallbrook, in the city on Monarch, where, well, town more than a city, where when I saw it, I'm like, what the fuck is this doing here? And they said that they set up shop there to avoid taxes. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's pretty much where we're at. So let's continue on. Okay, so I'm thinking let's just do the side quests. Well, the beacon stuff we will have to... Oh yeah, we also have to get suits to become a model. Set up a dummy beneficiary account for Ellie. So let's do that first. I'm actually interested in doing this one. Fallbrook. I'm kind of curious to see how this one will end.
Fallbrook, Captain.
Yep, that's good.
Can we talk?
Sure.
So we're really gonna do this? I've seen lots of crazy, Captain, but Phineas is in a class of his own. Do you really think he knows what he's doing? Sending us to skip the Hope into Terra 2's orbit right under the board's nose?
I'm not sure, but it's our best chance.
There's a sobering thought. Makes me want to drink. I think this whole plan's insane, but it'll make a good story, you know, if we survive. Speaking of, I get that Phineas thinks he's saving the colony, but what about you? Why risk your neck on this crazy scheme?
Yeah, so I forgot about that bit. After we finished our business on Byzantium, we went back to Phineas in his lab to kind of, you know, debrief everything we've learned so far. We also got communicated by the board, by Akande, adjudicant, I believe, Akande, who wants us to turn Phineas in. So when we go back to Phineas, we let him know about Akande, and he's like, yeah, like, bring him here. Like, it was only a matter of time anyway, at least this way I'm prepared. As for what Rockefeller is doing, putting people into stasis, he's like, we gotta speed up, you know, bringing people back from the Hope, from the ship that we came from. So, but we can't really move it without the board noticing. So he suggested, what is it? Skipping? Basically kind of porting, or like hyperspace, traveling through the solar system to get them to where we need, like right by Phineas's lab. The people of Halcyon deserve a chance. So do the colonists on the Hope.
Coming from anyone else, that would sound like a line from one of those Odeon Pictures movies. But I think you really mean it. Still, all this depends on the other Hope colonists. Are they gonna pull us out of the shit? Or are we all just gonna leave a bigger, uglier stain on this corner of the galaxy?
If they're half as capable as me, we'll be in good hands.
This is why I like you, Captain. Well, whenever you're ready to do this, I'm with you.
Fucking A, Ellie.
Anything else?
No. You have anything to say?
I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral. I'm sure you know what that's like.
Pretty sure I said that
Something
before.
vexing you, Captain?
Nah. Just wanted to see if you wanted to talk to me. Alright. Yeah, I forgot I can't port. Have to do this the long way.
I see. All that This looks like the place. You ready to get my money or what?
Yeah.
Well, well. Aren't you the very picture of good health and sound decision-making? However, we can't make good decisions all the time. Consider whoopsie-daisy coverage. Please note that to make a claim under this policy, you must describe your error in detail before a panel of relatives over the age of 65. And also note that doing so nullifies the privacy and dignity clause.
I need to change the beneficiary on Marilyn Fenhill's life insurance policy.
I remember that one. That's the young socialite who broke her neck, right?
Of course, no one remembers me for the marauders I've killed or the bits I've stolen. Typical.
That claim was airtight. Our best investigators couldn't find an exclusion for that one.
Oh, what else can you tell me?
Are you serious?
Well,
A little.
we interviewed the parents extensively. They had plenty of awkward childhood stories that illustrated their daughter's clumsiness and capriciousness.
Hey, those are entirely made up.
Furthermore, the claim spurred a whole line of fashion-related policies. It's become a very lucrative market.
So how would I amend that claim?
You can't, of course. Only Miss Fenhill can assign her beneficiaries. And she's dead. If we let every friend, relative, and acquaintance change a policy like that, people would do it all the time. Imagine the paperwork.
Yeah, imagine. Okay, but how would I change it?
Oh, you mean hypothetically? Well, hypothetically, you'd access the terminal in the back room that contains data on all our policies. And you'd theoretically add the beneficiary of your choice. But you wouldn't actually do that, of course. That would be fraud.
Yeah, just bribe. I mean, again, I got the bits.
I'm forbidden from accepting bribes, no matter how tempting.
Fair. Are you kidding? You're in the middle of Fallbrook.
It's just that I'm still too junior for bribes. You have to do at least 10 years before you're eligible for company graft and kickback benefits.
I like how they have a policy for that, for bribes. I won't tell.
Very well. But just this once. I'll need the name of the new beneficiary.
Ellie Fenhill?
If you say so. The payouts will flow exclusively into the new account at the start of the month. I hope Ms. Fenhill enjoys her newfound prosperity.
Thank you for your time.
You really did it. Give these payouts a few years and I'll be rolling in it.
How's it feel?
I've never been prouder to stand back and watch someone else work. I'm just glad my folks aren't gonna live off that awful story they made up. Maybe now they'll have to go back to real jobs.
What are you gonna do with all those bits? Or real jobs?
Maybe as line holders or warm bodies?
Warm bodies. Those are real jobs?
Oh, sure. You've got to wait in line for just about anything in Byzantium, and not everyone has the time or inclination to do it themselves. As for warm bodies, some companies like to keep extra workers on site to look more productive.
And they just do nothing?
Oh no, there's lots of paper shuffling and pen clicking that goes on. The really good ones know how to leave sticky notes in just the right places. See, this is why I had to get out of Byzantium. Not sure what comes next for me, though. I've never been much of a planner.
Why not?
Maybe you haven't noticed, but you can't even count on a bribe making it into the right pocket. What's the point of planning for anything around here?
That's the kind of thinking that's running this place to the crapper.
Hate to say it, but Halcyon's already there. Anyway, enough of that. You did a job for me, so here's your fee.
I appreciate it, but I didn't do this for the money.
Don't make it weird. Even you've got to be in it for the money now and then. Why else would you go through all this trouble?
Because you're my friend, Ellie. That's what friends do.
You sure? Because my kind of friends will pick your pocket clean while they're getting hammered with you.
Friendship is important. What else are we fighting for if not for the people we care about?
You don't have to get all mushy about it. Still, maybe you've got a point. Maybe it's good to watch someone's back now and then so that one day they watch yours.
Exactly.
So, you just keep the money. One of us has to look out for your interests.
Cool. Thanks.
Don't mention it. Really. This feels weird enough as it is.
I just got an achievement for completing all companion quests. Good to know. Let's move on. Alright, so this one is done. Gain the Beyond the Grave perk. Oh, here. Reduce the cost of bribing people. Oh, cool. Alright. Sophia was pleased. Yeah, I know. I guess we can speak to Sophia first before we go back to the Hope. Actually, before I go, we're on Monarch. Is there anything I need? Iconoclast. Well, we definitely need the Iconoclast stuff. What better place than to go to the Iconoclast city? Where was it? Amber Heights. I don't know exactly what to get.
Hey, thanks again for helping out.
Yeah. Trade. I guess maybe the hat. Like, I wish it would say if it was, like, for Iconoclast, you know what I mean? Guess I'll take this one. You know, these things barely weigh anything. Let me just get everything. I can always sell them afterwards. I'm not worried. Ew, no. And plus I get a huge discount, so. Okay. The next place we need to go, Marauder. I don't even know where I would find that. I guess just kill some Marauders and take their shit? See if we can go find some Marauders. Okay, so I kind of had to look this up to see what exactly I need to get, because it's not really clear. So the items will actually say if it's Iconoclast or Marauder. The Marauder stuff you can't purchase, you actually have to loot them, which is kind of what I figured. But the problem is I've already killed like 10 of them so far, and I haven't found any item of clothing. Wondering if I maybe kind of fuck myself over. Wait, there was a Marauder camp here, wasn't there? Devil's Peak or whatever? I don't remember where it was, though. Devil's Peak. Nope, there wouldn't be Marauders there now, though. Barracks. Caverns. Cascadia. It might be better to go back to one of the other planets. Or maybe, you know what, Emerald Vale? Because there were a lot of Marauders there. Okay, Amber Heights is where we can buy the Iconoclast stuff, obviously. So...
Hey. Thank...
So this one, Iconoclast helmet, there it is. So it does say it, this Iconoclast rider outfit. So I'll buy both. And then Spacer's helmet. So these are Spacer stuff. Yeah. So we'll go to Emerald Vale. We need to go there anyway for the tour thing. I gotta find the beacon. No, that's what I want. That's what I want. We'll probably need to come back here for that too.
Sending a corrupted tracking signal to the board was quite clever, if I might say, Captain.
You might. Thank you. So, Edgewater, not Emerald Vale. Yeah.
Nice one! Incoming! Got him!
They won't try that again.
Marauder armor. There we go. We also need a helmet now. Just one is fine. Marauder helmets. Beautiful. We got them all. Alright, now we just run.
We hope you've enjoyed your trek across the breathtaking landscape of Emerald Vale, Terra 2's most fertile settlement and future breadbasket of Halcyon. Take a moment to enjoy this vista with a can of Spacer's Choice Saltuna before you make your way to Mighty Scylla, Halcyon's biggest asteroid.
Okay. So back to the Unreliable. And let's head to Byzantium.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Let's go talk to old what's-her-name. So, we need to change our gear. So what am I wearing? The riot control... Level 3. I didn't level these things? Yeah, oh well. And the patched low pressure helmet. So lockpick 5, stealth skills 5. Why am I wearing these? Oh well, whatever. So Marauder helmet. Marauder armor. So,
Oh, how grotesque! I always suspected the dramas did no justice to real marauders. Their armor is so much more hideous in person. 2 outfits remain. I can't wait to see what you'll bring me. Something shocking, I hope.
okay. So that's done. So spacer. That's iconoclast. Where was the spacer one? Did I not have the spacer gear? Like the clothes? Oh, fuck. Okay, might as well do the iconoclast one.
Goodness! Look at those atrocious contours. The sheer brutality of its design offends the senses and shocks the mind into a state of palpable excitement. I adore it! 1 outfit left. Do hurry, my dear. The bird of inspiration is about to take flight.
Okay, I don't know, I'll have to figure out where I can get the spacer gear. I think I read I can go to the Groundbreaker and buy something. So, I'll be right back. Alright guys, sorry about that. So, yeah, it was actually in Groundbreaker. This is what I purchased. And the spacer helmet.
Like a star, darling. Square your shoulders. Hand on your hip. Eyebrow cocked. Yes. Perfect. My heart is all aflutter. Yes, that's it. I have it. I know exactly what we're doing. Brace yourself, my dear. We're going to call this style Barbarian Chic. The saucy confidence of a spacer. The raw contempt of an iconoclast. The brutish musk of a marauder. And the pièce de résistance. Monster leather. 1 part Mantiqueen chitin, 3 parts hide from a Raptidon's flank, and let's say, 8 strips of primal leather. No, make that 10.
You want us to get this shit? I was expecting a simple modeling job.
We're revolutionizing the fashion of Byzantium. Our work is anything but simple.
Oh, come on, man. The reward better be worth the risk.
We're artists. If we're not willing to risk our lives for the sake of art, we should get out of the business. Get this done for me, and I'll have you strutting about in a Jolicoeur original. You will be the envy of Byzantium.
Don't I have this shit already? Ugh, fuck. Alright, guess I'll be back. I gotta go. Fuck me. What a waste. Alright guys, I'm back. So it took me about, I don't know, 20 minutes. Wasn't that hard, but still annoying.
What can I do for you, darling?
I got your shit. Mantiqueen chitin, Raptidon hide, primal leather, all done.
I've been thinking of a name for this new outfit. Chimera. Crafted from the hides of 3 species of monster.
Yeah, makes sense.
While you were gone, I put in an order for one of my bespoke lapels. Solid gold, diamond encrusted. If it doesn't have one of my lapels, it's not a Jolicoeur original. Those slackwits at HPS are holding my parcel while they wait for a signature. Bureaucracy is so utterly insufferable. Be a dear and retrieve it for me.
You're asking a lot from me.
Understatement of the year, darling. Believe me, I'm every bit as frustrated as you are.
Not what I meant. I've been all over the colony for you. Now you want me to deal with bureaucrats?
I know, my dear, you do spoil me, but this outfit is my masterpiece, and that lapel is my signature. I simply must have it.
So have one of your assistants fetch it.
My dear, I've only ever enjoyed the service of 2 reliable assistants in my life. The first is my muse, which is currently occupied. The second is you.
Alright, I'll get you that parcel.
Wonderful! I'm giving you authorization to retrieve this parcel on my behalf. You truly are my savior, darling.
Mm-hmm. This better be the fucking last of it.
I love Byzantium. Where else are you going to find it?
If Hortense yells at me about
Hi.
How may I be of assistance?
Celeste Jolicoeur sent me. I'm here to sign for a parcel.
If you would like to sign for a parcel, please go to window B.
Oh, God. And then you need this document from window A.
Welcome to Halcyon Parcel Service, where all parcels are guaranteed to be delivered within acceptable margins of certainty. How may I be of assistance?
Here to collect a parcel for Celeste Jolicoeur.
Let me just look that up for you. It appears that a parcel for Ms. Jolicoeur, Celeste is currently out for delivery.
I was told the parcel was being held here.
It was, and now it's being delivered.
Out for delivery where exactly?
Let me see here. A parcel for Jolicoeur, Celeste is being delivered to 316 Rockwell in the Byzantium Estates.
Thank you.
Thank you for allowing HPS to be your only option today.
I'm just happy that they, you know, gave me the time of day given the fact that I was behind the counter.
Oh, for the good old days when you could...
You cannot understand the problem until you free yourself from the desire for an answer.
Alright, thanks for waxing poetic there. We are unable to deliver your parcel as requested. Your parcel is being returned to the HPS building located at... Oh, for fuck's sake. Eridanos!
Out with it, you wretched contraption! Does nothing in this...
Halcyon Parcel Service?
Yeah.
How may I be of...
Yeah, I got this notice to pick up a parcel.
I must respectfully ask that you calm down, please. Parcels must be picked up at window A.
Are you kidding me?
If you would like to lodge a complaint about the quality of your service, please request a complaint form at window C. If you would like to request a complaint form at window C, please make an appointment.
Let me guess. If I want to make an appointment, I have to request the form.
I see you're familiar with our company policy.
How may I be of assistance?
I'm here to pick up a parcel for Celeste Jolicoeur.
Of course. If you could just verify for me that you are Jolicoeur, Celeste, or an officially authorized proxy?
Can you not see what I'm wearing? I'm obviously one of Celeste's models. Or here. Fuck it, I want the XP.
Yes, I can see by your eccentric mode of dress that you must be one of Ms. Jolicoeur's associates. Everything seems to be in order. Here you are, one parcel. I hope this has been a pleasant and satisfying transaction.
Yeah, don't care. I'm just glad they didn't make me go all the way back to fucking Eridanos. Or, I guess the street was called Eridanos, right? I forgot that all of these streets are named after planets. Which way? This way.
Remember that stranger I saw?
I know this is meant to be satire. I know this is meant to be, like, not taken seriously. But fuck you. You can fuck right off.
Hey, careful. Don't go running around in the middle of a crime scene.
What happened to Celeste?
You mean Miss Jolie Kerr? She was reported for practicing a subversive aesthetic. We found her in her office, working on something perverse. She didn't cooperate, so we had to put her down. Never took her for a dissident sympathizer.
You killed Celeste? That's insane.
No argument there. Feels like the whole colony's going insane. What with dissidents infiltrating the walls of Byzantium. Byzantium cultural standards are enforced by Universal Defense Logistics. Universal Defense Logistics. Your first and last line of defense in the war against sedition.
Excuse me, please. So this is Chimera. And I think my game is freaking out, so... Let me save and reload. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. So... so that's then. Let's see this fucking thing. I did all this just for dialogue skills plus 10. I mean, I guess it kind of looks nice, I guess. I do like that hat. I mean, I guess dialogue skills plus 10 is pretty good. Why is there no barrel in that gun? Hack plus 5? That's kind of funny, actually. Anyways, no, that's not what I wanted. Where are my clothes? Yeah, those are my clothes, actually. And then my helmet. This one. Yeah. I'll just keep wearing what I'm wearing. Okay, well, that's that then. Let's, might as well just finish this. The side quest. They put it outside, really?
Scylla is our colony's busiest mining settlement. But don't take our word for it. Ask one of the hundreds of proud Hephaestus miners going about their work right now. You're in for a real treat, because our last stop takes us to a charming little village outside Stellar Bay, located on Terra 1.
Alright. Let's head back. By the way, I noticed that, like, I died, my character died. I think it was Ellie's ability that, like, once we die, like, we just go back to, like, half health or something. Good for every 15 minutes. I believe it was Ellie's ability. Or something that we got, I can't remember. Okay. Stellar Bay.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
Thanks. And at least this is the last one. I need to go to every single fucking planet. And this is the last one.
Welcome to Terra 1, the most Earth-like world in Halcyon. Take a moment to admire the triumph of civilization over nature. And while you're at it, say hello to the local settlers. We hope you've enjoyed this guided tour across the wonders of Halcyon. Please return to the Bureau of Exploration for a special prize.
What a special prize it's gonna be. I bet. Okay, buddy. Let's have a chat.
Yo, it's you. I suppose you're here to collect your prize, hmm?
You suppose correctly.
I really do have the worst luck. When I gave you this job, I never expected you'd be so damned competent.
What?
The tour's not real, friend. Board shut it down years ago due to unacceptably high rates of fatalities. So I greased a few palms and got the tour up and running again. I outfitted every beacon with a recording device. Live footage of dim-witted mercenaries dying in gruesome ways across Halcyon. Oh, imagine the ratings.
None of these answers are what I'd give. You tried to get me killed? Are you crazy?
Oh, come on. I would have made your death worth millions. Look, never mind. Just take your reward and get out of my hair. One certified explorer's hat, courtesy of the Bureau of Exploration, with my compliments.
No. Give me money, please.
Hey, welcome.
I had a... wish I could just fucking shoot him. See what this hat looks like, at least. Perception +1? I mean, that's pretty fucking worth it. I'd take that over lockpick +5. I don't like the color design, but fuck it. It's not like I'm looking at my character at all. Okay, so that's all the side quests. I think there's one that we fucked up on. No, we didn't botch any of them. Beautiful. So let's do this one. Let's go talk to Sophie, because she's around here anyway. Oh, she has her own landing pad, doesn't she?
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Let's, save. Oh, wow. That's really pretty. I did kill a bunch of things. Let's, fix our shit. And tinker. Can we upgrade our shit? Do you want to tinker? What is it? What does that do? Armor goes up? Sure. What level is it? Level 20? Okay. Modify, I don't think we can modify the hat, no. Alright.
Not so fast. All right, you're clear. The adjutant's expecting you. Go on through.
I kind of expect this to be a trap, but at the same time I don't. Ah, that's where this door led. Okay. Hi again, Percival.
How may I be of assistance?
Let's do another quick save. Hello, Adjutant.
I admit part of me expected you to stand by your old friend. For better or worse, Wells was responsible for putting you back on your feet. That said, he's also a wanted criminal. For information regarding his whereabouts, you are entitled to collect a reward from Percival.
What's gonna happen to him?
The signal you sent us is experiencing some interference. My agents will need time to isolate the problem. We're going to monitor Wells until we're ready to make a move. I asked you here to discuss something far more important. I understand you've infiltrated the Ministry. The things you discovered there must have been shocking, even disturbing. Halcyon is on the verge of a total systems collapse. The truth is ugly and difficult to accept, but we must accept the truth before we can move forward. Malnutrition is already a problem. Disease will come next, followed by starvation, followed by a breakdown of society, followed by extinction. I know this must come as a surprise to you. I imagine you have questions.
What's in this for you? There's gotta be an angle. There always is for people like you.
I appreciate your skepticism, Dr. Fenhill, but I'm not doing this for any personal gain. My angle is the preservation of our colony by any means possible. Nothing more, and nothing less.
The powerful make the mistakes, and the powerless are left paying the price, as it has always been. Tell me, Adjutant, have you anything to offer beyond the usual false platitudes?
I'm offering decisive action, Vicar DeSoto. I can no longer depend on lazy, weak-willed bureaucrats to help me rescue Halcyon. I need someone with a backbone, someone like your captain. I won't pretend the truth isn't damning. Yes, the colony is on the verge of collapse, but there is a way to save it.
And you think this is it? We need to talk about this lifetime employment program.
I'll answer however I can.
You honestly don't believe all this lifetime employment nonsense, do you?
The Lifetime Employment Program is not some malevolent strategy of an evil mastermind. There's no dark secret buried in the fine print. The program is logical, it's reasonable, it's merciful, and most importantly, it will work.
I saw the presentation. Rockwell wants to sacrifice the colony to save Byzantium.
Byzantium is the beating heart of our colony. And as long as Byzantium survives, Halcyon may one day recover from the collapse. We must protect this city at any cost. Help me execute the Lifetime Employment Program, and you will have earned a place of honor in Byzantium. You will live in comfort and want for nothing.
How long do we have?
We've already crossed the point of no return. The collapse has already begun. You must have noticed the signs in Emerald Vale. Malnutrition, disease, high mortality rates. This is a permanent famine, Captain. We've done all we can to curb their hunger. Very soon, people are going to realize they're starving. A famine is a problem of logistics as well as marketing. Your workers must remain productive on as little food as possible, and they must always believe that food is plentiful.
That's what that research in Roseway was all about. See, good thing I wore the hat. Extra perception.
I'm sure you remember Dr. Anton Crane. His research was instrumental in developing a powerful appetite suppressant. The solution is a temporary one. Before long, our workers are going to feel the effects of starvation. The Lifetime Employment Program is our only viable option.
The appetite suppressant, the fucking toothpaste, the diet toothpaste. That makes sense now. What does this have to do with me?
When you turned Phineas Wells over to me, I knew I could rely on you. You've demonstrated your ability to place duty above sentiment. And you deliver results. That quality alone is enough to separate you from the board's army of indecisive bureaucrats.
Not a fan of the bureaucracy, Sophia?
Do you know how many meetings I have to sit through? How many papers I have to sign before I can make one decision? I'm only trying to rescue Halcyon from extinction. I can't save this colony alone. I need someone capable of working outside the system. Someone who can get things done.
What's your take on all this?
When I first discovered the truth, I was shocked, even disgusted. I wondered how we'd allowed a colony like Halcyon to fall into disarray. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized the colony had sown the seeds of its own destruction. We have become lazy and decadent. We smother ourselves in meaningless bureaucracies. We deliberate and argue and procrastinate.
That's a pretty good argument for getting rid of the board entirely.
I admit, I occasionally fantasize about making an executive decision without having some tedious committee questioning my every move. Do you have any idea how much paperwork is involved in ordering someone's execution through the usual channels? It's positively maddening.
Okay, no more questions. Tell me why you wanted to see me.
We need to talk about Emerald Vale. You handed Edgewater over to a band of dissidents. I can't have this. Adelaide McDevitt and her people have no place in the Halcyon that is to come. Edgewater needs to go. I want you to wipe the town out. No survivors.
I get that you board types are all about efficiency, but isn't this a bit much?
I'm asking your captain to amputate a rotting limb from the colony. I'd expect you to understand, Dr. Fenhill.
I cannot condone this plan. Wanton, senseless destruction of life is never the solution.
So you're gonna say it's not senseless?
I don't need you to approve of my plan, Vicar. I need you to get it done. Now is not the time for half measures, Captain. I need a decision from you.
You're completely insane.
No. Allowing thousands of colonists to starve to death because we couldn't make one cold-blooded decision is insane. What I'm suggesting is absolutely logical. Steel your spine, Captain. Do what needs to be done.
I don't understand. What did Edgewater do to deserve this?
You replaced a loyal, if hard-headed, town leader with a revolutionary. Adelaide's people have turned Edgewater into a hub of dissidents. These people are dangerous. They're going to become more dangerous after the collapse. We need to put them down. Now.
We're talking about human lives here.
The dissidents currently occupying Edgewater answer to no one. They're an unknown, unpredictable variable, and I can't have that. I'm not asking you to be a murderer. I'm asking you to be a surgeon. Edgewater is a necrotic limb on the body of the colony. It must be severed.
Adelaide's people are self-sufficient. They are not a strain on the colony's resources.
Don't fool yourself. The dissidents occupying Edgewater are rebels harboring dangerous and seditious ideas. Left to their own devices, their numbers will grow. Graham Bryant and his merry band of morons caused enough trouble on Monarch. I won't risk the same thing happening in Edgewater.
So one thing I will say, I really, really love the callback to the first fucking major quest. In a sense, we fuck that town by this decision here. Whether we choose yes or no, we've put Edgewater on the map for Adelaide by helping out for Sophia by helping out Adelaide. And that's brilliant. I really, really like that. It ties everything together, even when you thought it wouldn't. Now look, I get her point. I really do. And it is very logical. But I can't see how cutting off one town of, it couldn't be more than like a few thousand. Couldn't be more than that. Will, like, destroying that town will save the rest of the colony. Like, you'd have to take down, like, planets worth of people, not just a town. The answer is no.
Don't make this more difficult than it needs to be, Captain. I rather like you, and I'd hate to have you shot for disobeying a direct order.
Okay, I'm just gonna check something real quick. Because I just want to check, and I'll say why. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, yeah. So it's as I thought. What I was looking for is to see if there was a way of accepting the quest and then figuring out a way to not do it afterwards. You know what I mean? But no, like if you accept this, you are expected to kill them, like destroy Edgewater, and killing everyone. There's no other way around it. There's no like third option. It's either a yes or a no, which is what I was looking to see if like that was the case. So no, I'm not going to do this. Go to hell, Sophia.
I'm disappointed. I was so sure you had potential.
Their mistake.
Bring them down!
Really, buddy?
Someone else will clean this up, right?
Yeah, it feels weird to just kill everyone. But, like, I'm not gonna kill Edgewater. You know what I mean?
What's trouble incoming, Captain?
What?
Nice one, Captain!
So, my reputation with the board is probably like zero. Yeah, negative 100%. They're scared of me. Yeah. Oh, well, what you gonna do? I wonder, actually, does it say that this is botched? Yeah. Sophia's pleased with your work? Oh. Well, yeah. Whatever. I guess we have to botch one of... I don't know how else to end that. Like, I looked on Reddit, and there's no other way around it. It's one or the other. Okay, so I guess all that's left is traveling to Hope. I've done everything else, and Gorgon. Might as well do this one.
You killed the adjutant? We are outlaws in the truest sense of the word now.
We are.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? See you soon, Captain.
Alright, let's go to Gorgon. Ambrose Manor.
We arrived at Ambrose Manor. I've taken the liberty of having Sam clear up some floor space.
Hey, Cap.
No one wants to talk about this?
I could probably spend years fixing this boat, stem to stern.
Yeah, we still got some time. Wilhelmina Ambrose.
Welcome to Ambrose Manor. We were not expecting company. Please follow. Do not stray from the path.
Well, we're not known for going where we're told, but we'll see what we can do.
He's gonna fall down, isn't he?
I've never seen a more effective argument against blindly following a preordained plan.
Remember this unit as it was before the fall.
Can I help you up? I can't do anything. Sorry, bro. Very nice looking manor, and I love the stars. No light pollution means you can really see all these stars everywhere in the sky.
People will go to extraordinary lengths to define themselves, won't they? This is just a facade to hide behind.
At the very least,
Oh.
there ought to be something worth stealing in there.
I see. I thought it was just like... Yeah, they're on a... Yeah, I'm less impressed now. Those look pretty, though. Anyways. Anywho's... So, just as a quick recap, let's see here. The Halcyon parcel service delivered a package for Alex Hawthorne. Since Hawthorne is out of the picture, the package is yours by law. A cryptic phonograph left by Lucky Montoya mentioned a high-stakes job and a wealthy client, Minnie Ambrose. The job was dangerous enough to cost Lucky's arm and possibly his life.
Okay, maybe not.
This place has the distinct feeling of a crypt.
No kidding. Activate dinner time protocol. Logs. Recent activity. User W. Ambrose attempted to log in the system. Fail. A final attempt failed. Locking terminal for 5 days. Okay, pantry list. Stock is spoiled. 13 cans remaining. Some or all ingredients are missing. Woolly loaf is not being prepared. Dish may not be prepared properly, or other errors may occur. Spacer's choice is not responsible for bad taste, bad odor, food poisoning, or erratic behavior of automechanical units.
secret tunnel. Interesting architectural choice.
Huh. It is interesting. Wow, that is fucking gorgeous, man. I love that hue of purple. Or violet. Love, love, love it. Master bedroom key card. Personal terminal, Dr. Olivia Ambrose. Along that wilderness of glass, no swellings tell that winds may be. Upon some far-off happier sea, no heavings hint that winds have been. On seas less hideously serene. EAP. Main menu. So log in. Let's do Olivia Ambrose first. Logs. February 1. This morning I gave birth to a healthy child. Perhaps that's a strange distinction to call her healthy, but after all I've endured to finally meet her, it matters. That she exists at all, against the odds, matters. I will call her Wilhelmina, after my late brother, Wilhelm. I hope the law is kinder to her than it was to him. I hope for many things, truthfully. That she be smart and shrewd, that she be strong, relentless, undeniable. Most of all, I hope for her a steel spine, that she does not bend when Halcyon would break her, that she would be stronger than I. March 17. That's my birthday. I must find Minnie, a wet nurse. She demands to be fed throughout the day and night, and I simply cannot get a single thing done. The nurse will need to be exceptional, smart, educated of means. Minnie must have the best start if she's going to survive the pit of vipers that is the Byzantium elite. Then there is the matter of a governess. I can't watch the child constantly, not if I'm going to do my work. How soon must I begin looking? Naturally, she'll have to be exceptional as well, and exceptional Byzantines don't exactly grow on trees. I will persuade Harvey to investigate this for me. The man has little else to do. November 22nd. Wow, this is 5 years later. I don't understand how anyone of ambition has time to keep a journal. I certainly don't. Yet here I am indulging myself. Minnie's influence, no doubt. Her behavior concerns me. She's clingy, emotional. At 5, she should be starting to show some personality, not crying for her mother when I leave for another stint on Gorgon. This must be the fault of Marie, governess, as Minnie certainly didn't learn this behavior from me. I'll have to fire the woman. It's clear she's not capable of instilling in Minnie a correct understanding of how to behave. Harvey despairs of ever finding a governess who meets my preposterous standards. He and I went in circles around the issue for hours, but he came around to my thinking eventually. Why shouldn't I want what's best for my daughter? Maybe I'll fire him too. And then, another 8 years later, I'm at my wit's end with Minnie. At 13, she should have already mastered basic chemistry, physics, and mathematics, but she can barely handle long division. She struggles to remember the simplest equations and formulas, no matter how many times her governess raps her knuckles. By the time I was her age, I'd already made dynamite in my grandfather's lab. The only thing Minnie's making explode is my head. Her father asked why we don't just send her to boarding school, but I abhor the thought of her surrounded by those coddled idiots. More alarming still, she's begun to show an interest in romance serials and painting. She may have a strong grasp of color theory, and she shows some promise with watercolors, but surely that's the result of her education in spectroscopy, not any innate skill. What value has art, anyway? She gave me a truly dreadful painting of Francis this morning, and I haven't a clue what to do with it. Perhaps I'll stuff it on my desk. We'll have a good laugh over it when she's grown and finally come to her senses. And then, 11 years later, Lucian appeared at the manor this morning. I thought him here for me to finally wring my neck at our latest tiff, but no, it was much worse than that. He'd come to speak to Minnie. No need to guess why. She's taken it upon herself to manage the household these last few years, since neither her father nor I have the time, or frankly, inclination. Under her watch, the staff's productivity has increased 35%, while reducing our costs an astonishing 67%. We've saved tens of thousands of bits. Harvey tipped Lucien off, I expect. Now he wants to bring her on to help manage the Gorgon facilities, which I refused over Minnie's vociferous protestations. She cried after he left. I only wish that I could tell her why. And then the deleted logs. 2348. How did I raise such a willful daughter? She's no longer requesting to join the project, but demanding. I'm ready. I can help you. It's what I want. She doesn't know what she's asking. Gorgon is not safe. Compound X is in the air. It's infected the water and the food. It's no longer just the test subjects and the lab techs in danger now. Even the general staff are beginning to feel its effects. Even I feel it. I'm tied up in knots. I know what I must do, the only way I can persuade her away, but it'll kill me to do it. Minnie, I'll say. You just don't have what it takes. You're too shallow, too simple, too weak. She'll hate me for it. I'm sure it will destroy her, but it will work. She'll be safe. And that's all I care about now. And then 2 years later, well, year and a couple of months. Harvey's gone. His body's still alive, but the man I married is dead. He broke into my office and stole the last of my release candidate ampules. Busted the door to splinters in his withdrawal fury. I chartered a shuttle to bring him to the facility for medical care. Even convinced Priantha to oversee the transfer. He didn't want to. Was worried I wasn't safe. But I begged him. Harvey killed the shuttle crew, Priantha too. But the shuttle wouldn't take off without its pilot, and I couldn't stop his raging. So I left the ship on the landing pad for days. Watched him tear it to pieces with his bare hands. He lost a lot of blood. I brought him inside once he'd finally passed out and shoved into a stasis solution tube. My work did this to him. Mine. Me. I did this. I'll tell Lucien. Surely now he'll delay the release. Surely after this. Okay, so now let's log in as Wilhelmina. Welcome, user. The search continues. I take from these entries that Mother was severe with her editorial pen, but this one version of her, carefully curated, and not the one I wanted to find. Where is her unvarnished stream of consciousness? Where is her spontaneous brilliance? The search continues. My efforts will inevitably steer me to Gorgon. What then, Minnie? What then? Interesting little family history that's been going on here. Oh, I see skulls. Oh, 2 of them. Interesting. Oh, there's a safe. Then I can't unlock it. So it looks like we need to go in there. Let's take a look around the rest of upstairs first. Goodbye letter. Dearest Mother and Father, I've paced the halls of this gilded cage long enough. Since you won't permit me to help the family business, I'm leaving to start a business of my own. Am I too young for such ambitions? Perhaps. But that's the risk you take when you fashion a daughter in your image. Byzantium will welcome me with open arms. Won't that be a new sensation? If I ever return, it'll be to claim my rightful spot at the head of the family. Minnie. So I wonder if she did actually leave. Or if she's still around here somewhere. Master bedroom key. It's a pretty small bed for a master bedroom. I mean, I'm just saying. Look at all this big space and, like, small bed. Like, that is really small. I can barely fit. Like, my character's model can barely fit in there. Huh. This is the same thing that the hand, that was in the parcel. Where the hand, Lucky's hand was.
Dear Wilhelmina,
I hope this letter finds you well. No, it's too stilted. It sounds like I'm writing to request a loan. Dearest Wilhelmina, I regret to tell you... Law, no, that's worse. When have I ever called her dearest? She's my daughter. This should be easy. How can a mother not know how to talk to her own daughter? My love, I can no longer... For your safety, I must... Oh, hell. Even if she despises me for what I had to do, I should still be able to say goodbye. Minnie, I have to leave, and I don't intend to come back. I love you. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's what happens when you just leave the mouse alone. So, doctor's orders. It's an interesting name for a gun. Grows in power the closer you are to death, just like a real doctor. Interesting. I'm kind of curious to see how it... Cool. I like my gun better. My revolver. Are you taking that somewhere, buddy? Maybe not. No, he's just wandering around. Oh, Wilhelmina's here.
Apparently not. Well, join me for a drink, Mr. Whoever you are.
I will in a minute.
So who the devil are you?
Aaron Merrick, captain of the Unreliable.
You don't say. Well, make yourself at home, Captain. I'm sure we have much to discuss. Do you see that glowing chunk of space rock? That's Gorgon. My birthright, my burden, and the bane of my existence. I hate to drink alone, and this is my third. So join me in raising a glass. To Gorgon.
Are you Minnie Ambrose?
That's right. And I take it you're the type who skips formalities, so let's get down to business. Now, what brings you to my house, handsome? I take it you didn't come all this way for the beverages, the starry skies, or the pleasant company.
I'm here about a severed arm.
A severed arm? How positively ghoulish. You know this is a private residence, not a curio shop?
Does the name Lucky Montoya mean anything to you?
Lucky Montoya is my personal freelancer. Fascinating man. Very brooding and theatrical. Always staring into space and twirling a bullet over his knuckles.
He's definitely not doing that anymore.
The more lost we feel, the more we put on a show for others.
But if something happened to him... Oh dear. I suppose that makes him my former freelancer now?
Sorry about your loss.
Thank you. But the people in my orbit come and go all the time. Occupational hazard. What a time for his luck to run out. We were in the middle of something grand, and I really can't afford another setback.
Let me guess. You need someone to finish whatever Lucky started.
Excellent deduction. I can tell I found the right man for the job. How would you like to be my new freelancer? There's been a recent vacancy, and I think you're well suited to the job.
Remember, play hard to get. That's negotiation.
I don't believe you thought this through. Or much else, for that matter.
I'm looking for someone rough around the edges. A gorgeous, dashing scoundrel type. Incidentally, someone good with their hands.
Gorgeous.
I like my employees well-groomed. Appearances are everything in high society.
Are you looking for a hired gun or runway models?
I'm looking for both. Remember, I'm rich enough that I can afford to be choosy. And I choose you, dear Captain. Allow me to lay out the facts, and you can decide for yourself if you want to be my chief investigator.
Please do.
My mother, Dr. Olivia Ambrose, worked for Spacer's Choice at the Gorgon Research Facility. She was brilliant, the top scientist in her field, until tragedy struck.
Go on.
One day, Spacer's Choice shut down all research and evacuated Gorgon. Everyone had to scramble or risk getting left behind. It was chaos. Employees fled for their lives. Mother never made it home. I'm told she wasn't the only casualty that fateful day. Mother's name has since been dragged through the mud. Spacer's Choice blames her for the collapse of Project Gorgon, and I just know they're lying.
Why would they lie?
Why, indeed? To cover up their crimes? To discredit someone who knew too much? I'm hoping you can find out for me. Mother would not have allowed Project Gorgon to fail. Something happened on that asteroid, and my family took the fall for it.
Okay, what did you send Lucky to find exactly?
The truth. Mother is gone, Gorgon is silent, and I deserve answers.
Answers to what end?
That will depend on what we learn. The scope of this cover-up is enormous. Whatever Spacer's Choice is hiding could bring ruin down on their heads. Or it could just be another dead end. We won't know till we look, will we?
Tell me about your mother.
I admired Mother, but we weren't close. She disapproved of everything about me, really. I couldn't measure up to her example. She didn't make time for us. I remember thinking that she never wanted a child, and never forgave me for being one, naive and irresponsible as I was.
Maybe there's another side of that story.
No doubt. I only wish Mother was here to tell it in her own words. Mother worked herself to the bone. She wanted to make the colony a better place, no matter who or what got sacrificed along the way. She never spared a thought for those of us who cherished her, who suffered for her idea of progress.
Did you two ever get along?
We got close once. When I was a child, I enjoyed looking over Mother's shoulder, playing backseat chemist while she peered into a microscope. One day, she told me to leave before I broke something. Then, I got mad and broke something. Typical night in the Ambrose house. Mother and Gorgon were made for each other. I had the misfortune to be stuck in the middle.
So what do you think happened on Gorgon?
I don't know. And Spacer's Choice won't say. They don't discuss anything that tarnishes their brand. Gorgon has a dark history. The project fell apart. Personnel were shuffled across the system. With Mother gone, now I'm all that's left.
Where's your father in all this?
Father lost more than his job on Gorgon. I'll say no more than that. The asteroid may look like a glittering jewel, but I assure you the resemblance ends there. Gorgon is poisonous to the core. One might even say cursed. I need your help, Captain. Project Gorgon killed Mother and disgraced the Ambrose name, and no one has been held accountable. Spacer's Choice buried the past like a dirty secret.
Are you interested in justice, revenge, or both?
Neither. It's vindication I want. Whatever happened on Gorgon wasn't Mother's fault. I simply need the evidence to prove it. We're going to drag the truth kicking and screaming into the light. Even if it means bringing ruin and humiliation to Spacer's choice. All the evidence I need should be in Mother's journal. You can find it in her office on Gorgon, in the heart of the old research facility.
If it helps you get some closure, I'll find the journal.
Perhaps then you can put your mother's ghost to rest.
You do all that for me? I was hoping you'd take the job, but I didn't expect you to care.
Shouldn't have to suffer for the actions of Spacer's choice.
I believe you're the first person to ever side with me against the corporation. It's a refreshing change. When you reach Gorgon, pack a weapon you trust. The corporate lockdown hasn't stopped the wilderness from squirming in through the cracks.
What did you tell Lucky about this job?
I told him everything I've told you. Just the facts. Maybe a couple of harmless embellishments. Why?
I'm just trying to calculate the odds of this gig getting me killed.
It's sure to be 100% with that attitude. Still, you're smart to ask. Lucky spent most of our time together spinning a pistol around his index finger. Not sure he listened to any of my advice.
That sounds like Lucky, all right. The man loved to show off.
He had an aura of rugged individualism that was quite charming. Not that it helped him in the end. But you won't let me down, will you, Captain?
What can I expect to face on Gorgon?
I've never understood why, but Gorgon is teeming with marauders.
Really?
They almost seem drawn to sorrow and misfortune. Then there's the test subjects, those who survived anyway. Ravenous creatures left behind like so much salvage.
I'll be careful.
There's a little saloon near Gorgon's landing pad, the Sprat Shack. Lucky was renting a room, so if you want to follow his trail, that would be the place to start.
I think I've heard of that place. Cheap whiskey, rough crowd. You'll love it.
Just so we understand each other, money is no object. I'm willing to squander the family fortune if you get me what I want. Between your payment and any salvage you happen across, you'll walk away from this rich enough to buy a mansion of your own. How does that sound?
What's the catch? There's always a catch.
The catch? No one's ever done this before, and the only person who tried is a corpse. Believe me, that's enough. Here's your nav key, Captain. Safe travels.
Maybe you don't need to hear this from me, but I'm sorry about your mother.
Spacer's choice should be the one apologizing, but thank you. Sincerely. A word of advice before you go, Captain. Trust no one. Mother's office is in the heart of the Gorgon facility. You're free to salvage anything that isn't nailed down. I only want what's mine.
It's not theft if she's giving us permission.
Don't worry about us. We're well versed in helping ourselves to anything that's not nailed down.
All right. Okay, so now we know what we're up against, what we're actually doing. Why couldn't I port back to the ship? No, I can't. I need to actually move. So, pretty tragic story.
This unit expresses dismay.
Pretty tragic story, but I like it. What kind of throws me off is when we first got the arm, it made it seem like it was going to be like a wacky and whimsical adventure, but it's like Very somber tone, very heavy. You know what I mean? That's the asteroid, eh? Doesn't look too big. But I think that's a very good place to call it. So, yeah, it really does feel like we're reaching the tail end of the game. It's just the Gorgon and the Hope going on the Hope, right? There's probably some more stuff to do afterwards, like once we move the Hope over to Phineas's lab or wherever we're taking it. We still need to find a way to revive everyone. There's still a whole bunch of planets that we haven't gone to, so who knows? Or we could only be halfway through the fucking game. I honestly have no idea. But for the story itself, it does feel like we're at least in the final act. If we're not nearing it, then nearing the end, I feel like we've at least started the third act, you know what I mean? So, anyways, we'll see. Hope you guys are enjoying the playthrough. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.